Some secrets survive centuries not because they're buried, but because they're built to last. Walk through the ruins of an old European village, and you'll see it with your own eyes. Timber beams untouched by rot, still holding their weight after hundreds of years. And yet no chemicals, no modern treatments, not even fancy coatings. They just stand there, whispering secrets of survival to anyone curious enough to listen. Stick around, and you might just learn how medieval builders outsmarted decay. Knowledge you can use today. And if this fascinates you, hit subscribe, because we're diving deep into history's best-kept survival tricks. Rapid drying splits the wood, encourages moisture swings, and, well, invites decay. Medieval craftsmen stacked beams in ventilated shelters, shielded from rain and direct sun, allowing air to circulate slowly. The result? Timber with a consistent internal moisture level. No dramatic seasonal swelling, no sudden contraction. Fungi struggled to gain a foothold. Today, if you want your cabin or shed to last, stack boards with gaps for airflow. Cover the top for protection, but never seal it too early. You're essentially recreating a medieval drying barn, a system that worked for centuries. Here's where it gets really clever. Builders didn't just leave wood raw. They charred the ends of posts and beams destined for ground contact. Think of it as nature's armour. The burnt layer repelled insects, resisted moisture, and discouraged microbial growth. This technique is similar to what later became Japan's shosugi ban, but Europeans were doing it centuries earlier. Archaeologists have uncovered charred beam ends in structures approaching 1,000 years old. And it wasn't destructive. They lightly burned the surface, leaving the core strong. Today, you can replicate it with a controlled flame and some careful brushing. Just a little char, a little oil, and your wood gains decades of extra life. Water is wood's worst enemy. Medieval builders knew this. They rarely buried timber directly in soil. Stone foundations, gravel bases, or sand layers kept water moving, never lingering. Sill beams rested on stone rather than dirt, ensuring longevity. You can mimic this easily. Chicken coops, firewood sheds or workshops, set posts on stone or concrete blocks. If you must bury them, at least use a foot of gravel below. Water drains, timber survives. Simple, but often overlooked. Even after selecting the wood, drying it, charring it, and keeping it off the ground, medieval builders knew one more truth. Stagnant air is the enemy of longevity. Open eaves, raised floors, vented walls, they all created constant airflow. Moisture never lingered. Today we can learn the same lesson. Don't seal your shed like a modern house. Build vents on opposing walls, leave breathing space, encourage cross-flow. Wood that breathes stays strong. Wood trapped in stagnant air succumbs to rot. What we call medieval wood magic was never magic at all. It was observation, experimentation, and a deep understanding of nature's rhythms. Physics and biology work together, and the results speak for themselves. timber that survived centuries, often outlasting stone foundations and the people who built it. These methods weren't complex. They didn't need factories, chemicals, or heavy machinery. They worked with nature, not against it. And they still work today. Whether you're building a homestead, an off-grid cabin, or restoring an old structure, these centuries-old tricks outperform many modern shortcuts. In an era where fast and cheap dominates construction, the medieval approach reminds us that longevity isn't accidental. It's intentional. Every step, from cutting wood in winter to charring post ends, was a choice aimed at survival. Applying these techniques today isn't just historical curiosity, it's practical wisdom. Your shed, your cabin, your survival structure can outlast commercial timber treatments if you respect these principles. The next time you walk past a centuries-old beam that has defied rot, take a moment to marvel. This isn't luck. This is craft, strategy and knowledge passed down through generations. It's a blueprint for anyone willing to build something that truly lasts. If you've enjoyed uncovering this medieval secret, don't just sit there. Subscribe to the Forgotten Warfronts for more hidden truths from the past, and share this video with someone who loves history as much as you do. These are the forgotten methods that shaped survival, and they're waiting for you to use them today.